when you use the same technique everywhere, you will get the same result. So how would the result change if you're using the same technique that you used every time, right? It wouldn't change. But the interesting thing is, I just want to see if they mentioned the Sanaa Masjid, or if Dan Gibson has ever mentioned it.
And if you can see it, it's got a little. Sorry, it's not as good as. It looks like it's pixelated. When we've already gone on, and when you look at the Dome of the Rock, you will see. Let's just put a picture of it.
Okay, the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem.
Up here. Here's a picture of it. If you put it up on the slide.
Dome of the Rock.
Well,
what about Masjid?
Sorry, it's not as good as it looks like it's pixelated a bit, but you can see at the top of the screen. There's the Dome of the Rock. Look where the red circle is right next to the right. That is the Dome of the Chain, right next to the Dome of the Rock. And then coming down where the solstice lines are, those are the blue lines.
Dome of the Chain.
That's the Al-Aqsa Mosque, but towards the bottom of your picture. The Al-Aqsa Mosque was built in 709. The Dome of the Rock, soon after the Dome of the Chain, was.
Okay, so it's 709, not like 720 something.
Built
right?
in 691. And the red line that goes from the Dome of the Chain goes directly towards Petra. In fact, the entire citadel is directed towards Petra. And so that's why Gibson is saying that you cannot
Who
say...
cares? It's there. Okay, if you're praying towards Jerusalem, you don't care what goes after that, ahead of that, to wherever. Like, I'm facing my wall here. I'm praying towards the Kaaba. What is in between the Kaaba and me? It could be Muntaza Market or something. It's irrelevant. And anything past in that direction, past my Qibla, like past the Kaaba, is also irrelevant. Like, if it's facing towards New York, doesn't mean I'm praying towards New York now, does it? So that's crazy. When the Muslims were facing Jerusalem, they're facing Jerusalem. They're facing that direction. And that object, that masjid, or that Qibla, the wall, what have you. It doesn't matter what comes after that in your line of sight, or, you know, on a map, if you're drawing lines all the way to, you know, Timbuktu or wherever.
And that's all we need with that one right for now.
That's stupid.
But you cannot say that this is...
So, when you watch this video, you know, they're showing you the Qibla of Sanaa Mosque. And it points, according to the Prophet's direction, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, early in Islam, it points towards the Kaaba. In the second year of the Hijrah.
وكان الإسلام عندها في انتشار حتى جاء نصر الله والفتح ودخل الناس في دين الله أفواجا وأرسل معاذ بن جبل إلى الجنب وأرسل إلى صنعاء رسلا كان من بينهم وبر بن يحنس الخزاعي الذي أرسله واليا عليها حيث أمره أن يبني لهم مسجدا بأوصاف حددها له.
Okay, so I think this is the real miracle of all masjids, that this masjid, which the Prophet specifically told those Muslims to build in a very detailed way, facing, you know, front to the right is the Jabal ad-Dain, and then it's pointing, you know, from Yemen, it's pointing all the way from Sanaa to the Kaaba, okay, to the center of the Kaaba. You can see that in the video. So even though all the other masjids on earth did not point directly to the Kaaba, the center of the Kaaba, and people are claiming, oh, well, it points to Petra. Even if they don't point directly to Jerusalem or Mecca, doesn't matter. This masjid is proof of the prophethood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the fact that no other masjid does the same thing makes this more astounding and a miracle. So you have to watch this video.
وقال الحافظ الرازي في كتابه تاريخ صنعاء أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أمر وبر بن يحنس الأنصاري حين أرسله إلى صنعاء واليا عليها فقال ادعهم إلى الإيمان فإن أطاعوا لك به فاشرع الصلاة فإذا أطاعوا لك بها فمر ببناء المسجد لهم في بستان باذان من الصخرة التي في أصل غمدان واستقبل به الجبل الذي يقال له ضين. وقال الرازي كتب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إلى وبر يبني حائط باذان مسجدا ويجعله من الصخرة إلى موضع جدره ويستقبل بقبلته طينا.
الأقمار الصناعية تشهد مسجد صنعاء الذي أمر الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم ببنائه، وهو الآن محدود بالصخرة الململمة التي وصفها الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. هذا هو مسجد صنعاء الآن، وهو المسجد الذي أمر الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم ببنائه. هذه دعامة المسمورة التي حافظ عليها اليمنيون التي تحد المسجد.
So when it says they're bordering the masjid, these pillars are, spread apart, and people pray in that haram area, that area within the pillars. Okay, you can also pray outside of the area, but those are showing the original, pillars where they would be, right? Or maybe those are the exact pillars. I don't know. So everything is like marked where they were originally, right? Even if it was reconstructed, but you can see that everything is marked to show you where the original pillars and the Qibla area. People are making noise here.